Yeah, I have no introduction this time. Machop PL8. We're looking at Machop as a species, so we're skipping motive. Your complication is going to be a weakness to Psychic, Fairy, and Flying. Let's break those down. Psychic. Various attacks in Pokemon confirm this includes not only the mental blast power, but also physical manifestations of psychic energy. Fairy. If Machop was also weak to Dragon, I'd say double damage from magic in general, but no, just Fairy. Whether this includes Elven magic or Dwarf magic is entirely up to your Game Master. As of Pokemon's 9th generation, I'd say this does include attacks from unicorns. And Flying. This includes aerokinesis and melee from birds, or possibly any animal with talons, beaks, or wings. Non-flying type Pokemon can use flying type attacks occasionally. Once again, chopping the last digit off a stat and tacking that number in the most appropriate spot gives me the stats that feel right. For stats affected by shrinking, I came up with a number I wanted it to be in the end first, and made the base stat with the intent of getting that number. For the unusually high fighting stat, I keep suggesting that fighting types be defined by this when considering what would be called super effective. Fighting types have their weaknesses but also resistances, attacks from bugs, and dark type attacks. Dark type attacks can include shadowy energy, energy attacks imbued with bitter thoughts, Raven from Teen Titans, and some instances of melee, but that's up to the GM. I wouldn't go that far, personally. Pokemon are also generally assumed to come with 4 moves and an ability, but who cares, I'm taking 2 of its possible abilities, and I'll build its moves into skills and advantages here in a sec. Guts, boost attack, or in this case strength, if you're statist. In Pokemon, this includes burned, poisoned, or paralyzed. But in the case of Mutants and Masterminds, you might consider a wider variety of effects where this ability might be triggered. Steadfast is an agility boost, but you don't get to say when it happens. You get the agility boost by being forced to skip a turn, maybe from being stunned or immobilized. Most of Machop's moves are melee, and being a wild Pokemon, we're not using a TM, Tutor, or Breeding. With that in mind, Machop can learn Scary Face, which is why Intimidation is weirdly high, Improved Smash, boosts the chance of hitting an item held by an opponent. This is to reflect Machop's Knockoff, a move designed to remove items from opposing Pokemon. Improved Trip. It learns a move called Low Sweep, which is kinda similar, close enough. Machoke PL10. Still a shorty, but we're getting closer to being a powerhouse. Typing and abilities are the same, but I gave him a couple actual moves. Revenge. For the price of temporarily being lowered in the initiative order, you may have +4 strength attack and +8 if you were attacked. Enjoy your potential rank 18 strength. Seismic Toss. This isn't as powerful as it's supposed to be in-game, as we're forcing the opponent to just take fall damage. So why? Because I thought it was funny to use leaping as an attack. This could potentially be used to aid your comrades in getting to the top of that one building quickly too. Nothing else has changed for Machoke, so let's go to Machamp, PL12. We are close enough to normie height now, so we are not going to worry about effects of shrinking. And we grew 2 more arms. Shut up. It doesn't have to make sense. I gave you 1 more move, Dynamic Punch. If you feel the need to lower anything, lower this. If Guts is activated, then this is your 13 strength +4 +10, a rank 27 attack. You know I don't really consider Pokedex entries when making these, but this might be the strength check needed for punching a train over the horizon. Ambidextrous is basically a gift from me because it just seemed a shame to have all those hands and not even be able to use them fully. Machop's evolution line might be the one player you try to keep out of combat, but there's still plenty of options for a Game Master to challenge one with. Aerial foes are a threat for multiple reasons, especially if they have ranged attacks. Attempts at mind control gain double its rank due to type advantage, etc. Or, as an encounter, a Machamp would make a good antagonist for someone who likes to rely on tricks, give them a chance to share what's in their bag, as it were.